good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to tonight's community call. We have over 500 people currently on the Zoom call live. We are telecasting into our Facebook group, and this call will be shared on our YouTube channel to be viewed as a recording as well. So we'll be reaching thousands of people with the key information that's coming out of tonight's call. Before we get started on the call, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to our translation team. These are a team of volunteer people within our community who translate these calls back into their native tongue. These are mums and dads, they're entrepreneurs, they're business people who give up their time in order to serve this community. So a massive thank you to our translation team. If I haven't yet introduced myself, my name is Bruce Hughes. I'm the corporate trainer for GS Partners, and I'll be your MC for tonight's call. And this call is hugely important. It's a call where we get to celebrate people, where we get to announce certain strategic information or next steps that you can take into your community. And we also get to equip the marketers, the movers, the presenters within our community who are capturing market share in the name of this company, representing this brand and these products, programs, and services. So it is a key call to be on. Well done for carving out time in your diaries, and we really hope we give you value over the next hour. Before we go into our training part of the call, our celebration section of the call where we spend time on marketing strategy with marketing leaders, I'm going to bring a key person into this call to update you on our trading competition that has just come to an end, and to remind you of trading calls that are taking place within the week. So it gives me great pleasure to once more invite Elena Lima onto the call. She's part of the Skyground team. She is, in fact, in charge of the marketing and partnership acquisitions for Skyground. She's a huge asset to our community. So, Alina, as always, thank you for making time. Let's hear who's won, what's happening with Skyground trading. Just fill us in, please.
Hello. It's so nice to be back. You guys blinked and now I have winter clothes on. I'm no longer in Brazil, as you can see. Yes, it's a pleasure to be back. And this time I'm gonna announce, as I always say in the beginning, like I always come with the good news, which is like the trading competition winners. And we also gonna announce like the next one. So I'm excited to be here again. I'm gonna share my screen so I can walk you guys through. Let me just see if I can do that. Yes. And I just put here on a full mode. Okay, so welcome everybody to the 16th of February call. So here we are. I'm just gonna make you guys smaller here so I don't look. Yeah, so third trading competition is over. It went until the 13th of February. So if you guys join, whoever was trading on the 14th, I'm sorry, it was too late. The prizes for this one, we had 50 winners and the prizes were 7,500 for the first winner, 5,000 euros for the second place winner. Third to 10th was 2,500, and from the 11th to 5th was 500. So let's see who are the winners. So again, we see some girls' names here, which is nice. And also like we see some names that we've seen before. So someone is getting good at trading. Congratulations to Eugene for first place, Michelle for second place, and Wen for third place. So well done, you know, like it's somebody's getting good at it, like we can see. And for the next competition, we already have some rules and it's already starting today. So whoever is trading today already have the chance to be part of the next competition. It started today and it's gonna go until midnight of the 27th of February. Again, you have a 100 euro minimum deposit. And the same thing, it's only currencies and gold that you can trade. And you have to have a minimum of 10 trades to compete for the period. And the same thing, but basically it's the same thing. But what we have, which is new for this one, is that now we're gonna have 100 winners for this competition. So far we've had 50 winners, and this time we have the first winner again at 10,000, you know, winning 10,000 at first place. So as I always said before, quite generous. Second winner gets 5,000. Third to 10th will get 1,000 euros, and 11th to 5th, 500. And now we are adding 51 to 100, getting 240. This is a lot of winner, and this is like to celebrate, you know, like 100 winners. So now it's like the chance for more people to start and get go and test, you know, like, because these competitions is only 100 to be part, like you just have to deposit 100 euros and trade 10 times. So it's a really good start, especially having 100 people winning. So you guys are very generous.
Alina, thank you so much for that update. It's amazing to see how many people are coming through the competition and how much better people are getting. I actually recognize two of the names that came first and second. They're a power couple based in South Africa. They actually teach in a blockchain academy, so they host a workshop once a month. They understand trading, they understand blockchain, they understand markets. So it's awesome to see them finding their place in this trading competition as well. But congratulations to all 50 winners. Get stuck into this competition. You got a chance, 100 people to win. And Alina, I just want to tell the community that the SkyGround team is now reaching out through emails to introduce themselves to our community. So if you receive an email from someone at skyground.group, that is part of the SkyGround team. I'm going to say it again, skyground.group. We have announced this in our newsletter. Don't be afraid if an email reaches out to you. It's just to introduce themselves. No one will ever ask you for cryptocurrencies or for money or anything like that. So if you do get a weird email asking for information like that, put it straight into your trash folder, move on. You don't want to send that information. But Alina, we're looking forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday. I know that the trading team, along with Liam, is hosting an educational trading session. So Wednesday, yes, is 4 p.m. CET.
Yeah, so next Wednesday we're gonna be back. I will probably just watch with you guys because Liam will take charge and he will do some more training. I don't know who was part of the last session. So next week I'm just watching and learning as well.
Awesome, Alina. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing you next week again. And good luck to all the traders who've entered this next competition.
Good luck, guys. Thank you so much.
We're now going to be moving on to the agenda for tonight's call. And the agenda really is focused on helping equip our marketers to move them from level to the next level. So we want to give you strategy, we want to give you advice, and we want to connect you with the people who are already succeeding, who are already changing lives. These are people who have moved up in the ranks, they have captured large market share. They are constantly presenting, constantly training, and constantly equipping people on how to leverage this business model that's been given to us through GS Partners. You're going to be hearing from a new group of ambassadors. These are people who have reached the highest ranking within the GS Partners ecosystem. I just want to say congratulations to our newest ambassadors, Brendan Earp-Jones, Joel Gay or Joby Gay, Mr. Scott William Brewster, Carla Armashand. These are our brand new ambassadors. Welcome to the ambassador rank and family. You're also going to be hearing from Kimberly Stefanski, who reached global ambassador, James Corbett, who also reached global ambassador, and Dr. Ty Best, unfortunately, is ill this evening, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are in the world. So we want to wish him well wishes as he recovers and gets better. But he is our latest Crown Ambassador as well. You'll also be hearing from Mr. Kevin 2X Thompson, who has reached the ambassador rank for 5 months in a row. And you'll be getting training from our council team. The highest ranked council member is Miss Nitsa Nakos, who's killing it at the moment. She just went Crown Ambassador again today on the 16th of the month. She's going to be giving you some key training on how to next level your business. And you're going to hear from some of our other council members too. So we've got a jam-packed call for those of you who are wanting to next level your business. So the first speaker I want to bring up, and he's only going to speak to you for 3 minutes. So I'm asking you not to get distracted. Take out your pens, take out your papers. We've discontinued the chat function, so nobody can interrupt any train of thought. It is pen and paper time as we learn from the best in the business. You're going to hear them 3 minutes at a time, quick fire nuggets that you can apply into your business from this very call. So the first speaker tonight is Mr. Brendan Earp Jones, all the way from South Africa, our newest ambassador. Brendan, 3 minutes. What nuggets can you give to the community tonight?
Thanks very much, Bruce. You know, if everybody's listening on this call, and I know there's some people that are maybe hitting director ranks now, they're new in the business over the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Just know a year ago today, January last year, I was struggling just to try get between director and regional director. I didn't even achieve regional director in January. So that just shows you in 1 year, and you know, director's $10,000 volume, to get to $1 million volume with ambassador, you know, you could do 100x in 12 months. So don't think this is going to be a 5-10 year journey for you. This business moves at a great pace. We've got Joseph Hite and obviously Alex and Dirk and all the key individuals, Bruce at corporate, that have put in all the nuts and bolts over the last 2-3 years. We've had our G999 mainnet blockchain running transparently for almost 3 years now. The company's in its 3rd year. I mean, I remember going to Dubai in 2020. We're now in our 3rd year, 2023. So our product is rock solid, and it's real and it delivers. And what I found in the business over the last 12 months I needed to do was not to be the magic for everyone in my team to try close business and try help them prospect and get them over the line. What's very, very important, I could stress, is the importance of a system tool. And it's not really just myself. I'm sure Nitsa Nakas and all the best, and the council members and all the best other ambassadors you'll hear will reiterate that they've got a system tool in this business to allow you and every single new person to get in and start with the right process. That could be a website link, that could be a video. That means that's got a short 10 minute presentation, 30, maybe a 30, 40 minute full presentation, which allows your team to get going quickly in terms of sharing a video out to as many people, networking as much as possible, and them to follow a process, including in a system tool, maybe a get start tutorial, how to get them into the business, because I can't spend 50, 100 hours in a day to train new people in my team as I duplicate down. You know, Eric Worre famously said, it doesn't matter what works, it only matters what duplicates. So don't reinvent the wheel. You know, network marketing is not selling, it's sharing. So we are sharing an opportunity for people to diversify into the blockchain performing market world and earn passive income every 7 days through multiple rewards programs, which SkyGround offer us as our tech partner. So get yourself a system tool, reach out to people to find out what website they may use for a system tool. We've got our own in South Africa. Andrew Eaton is my mentor in terms of how we got people to simply send out a system link, which has got a video presentation. And after that video presentation, they can even register straight into GS Partners using your own system tool link. And in our system tool backend, there's a 7-day get started tutorial to teach people, and they could follow the same process to duplicate and teach them as they go along. And that's how it's allowed me to duplicate and 100x my business in the last 12 months.
Brendan, I absolutely love that. The 2 biggest nuggets that I hope people are writing down there is, 1, if you're sitting at director rank, it's not impossible to 100x your business in 12 months. Now, what other business model can you 100x in 12 months? It's hugely inspiring. And 2, if you want to accelerate that process, reach into your team, reach into your council, reach into your mentors, and ask, what is the system that works best for our team? Because systems duplicate. Hugely valuable. Brendan, again, congratulations and thank you so much. We're going to head all the way across the ocean now, across to Mr. Joel Gay. I had the privilege of meeting him in Salt Lake. What a fantastic guy. I know that he's also just spent time at the Swedish event. Big shout out to Mr. Pierre God and the European team for hosting an amazing event in Sweden. Just been getting positive feedback. But Joel, what is it that you can share with the community in your 3 minutes that has really given value to you and has helped you grow to the ambassador rank?
Hey, Bruce, I can't turn on my video.
It'll work in a moment. Give it a moment. Our tech team will make sure you can. There you go.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Well, oh my goodness, you know, being with this project since before day one and, you know, being a part of it has been just a journey. And I read something somewhere the other day. It says there's no straight line in nature. And if you think it's going to be an easy path, you know, obstacles do come up.
Joel,
Yes.
you can flip your camera on. We want to see that face. We want to see the expressions. Your camera's activated.
Hey,
Amazing.
there I am. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I have to say, I wish I was in Sweden. I think you said I was in Sweden, but I didn't get to make it there. But anyway, there's no straight line in nature, guys. Life happens. You know, there's life happen moments. That's the clean way to say it on here. You know, there's going to be obstacles. You know, yes, you can 100x in 12 months. No doubt about it. Yes, there's great systems to follow if you plug in, but just, you know that it could be challenging, but that's okay because that's where we grow. That's the area that we grow. So I basically surrounded the team. I said, hey guys, let's make a run. Who wants to run to their next levels? And, you know, we put on some incentives and basically, you know, that's planting seeds of abundance, right? It may cost a little bit more up at front to do this, but I was very grateful. I was extremely grateful for the team and the ones that have stuck by because, you know, it's not easy being with the startup company as well because people get that shiny object syndrome and they go chase, you know, other things. So, you know, my deal is all about not quitting. You know, new teams is the lifeblood of your business. Don't get stagnant. That's huge. And we had some new teams kick off. Donnie Hunter, congratulations out to Donnie Hunter. Hit executive, his personal best. He brought in a team, Mr. Don Wilson and his team. Congratulations to Don because he hit executive just yesterday in time for the MMA. And that's what it's all about. So don't get stagnant. Add new people, develop those people, utilize that system. And this is the other nugget I'll leave is the battle cry of failure is, I already know that. So if you think you know everything, that's going to be tough because all this whole project here is rocking my world every single day because when I think I got it, something else comes in. So it's just crazy. So be a sponge, open up, and abundance will flow in because we have the best company, the best comp plan, bar none, period. End of story. It's a beautiful system. Thank you, Joseph Height. Thank you, leadership team with corporate. Thank you to the council because you guys are smashing it for us and leading the way. So the jungle tour is over. We've got a super highway now in front of us. So take advantage of it.
Joel, I absolutely love what you've shared there. The one point of be a sponge, so be super coachable. And then at the exact same time, coach others, right? It's a team game. It's a team sport that you're in. So keep bringing in new players, keep bringing in new talent. And congrats to you and your team on raising up that talent. And congrats on you for being coachable. Just awesome stuff, Joel. Fantastic. We're going to change gears slightly now, and we're going to head across to the ladies who are making it happen. It gives me a huge amount of honor to introduce Carla Armachant, our newest ambassador. She is absolutely killing it at the moment. And Carla, we would love to hear from you in your 3 minutes. What are some of the nuggets that you want to give to the community that can help next level their business? So Carla, thank you so much. Over to you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I just want to say, Bruce, first of all, that, you know, I got started on December 22nd. So January was my first full month in GS Partners. And I've never seen such a well put together back office Just so professional, so easy to use, so corporate, and all of the people that have come before us have made our job very, very easy. So the first thing that I want to say to everybody is, first of all, I never would have got to ambassador in January if it wasn't for the team of people that I'm working alongside of. And I actually would never even have looked at GS Partners if it wasn't for the fact that it was James Corbett showing it to Kimberly and I. So one of the most important things that you guys need to do is really, create strong relationships with people and nurture those relationships. Be someone that, when you're having a conversation with people, have integrity so that people are willing to hear your message. The other thing that I want to say, you guys, is that you are not the message, you are the messenger. Don't try to think that you know everything, because that's impossible. And to be very honest, when I first looked at GS Partners, I was really overwhelmed. There's so much here. So my suggestion is if you're talking to new people, bite-sized pieces. My focus right now is on the certificates, and I let people know that the certificates are kind of almost like this gateway into an ecosystem that can offer them so much. But I don't want to overwhelm people, because a confused mind will sometimes say no. So bite-sized pieces, start with the certificates, utilize the tools that you have. There are so many great leaders that are doing calls. We've got, the back office is absolutely, like I said, stunning. So just to make sure that you're utilizing the calls. When you're talking to people, you guys, talk residual income, talk passive streams of income, talk multiple streams of income. People are looking for that right now. Everybody out there, people, money is not everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. And I always tell people I've lived both with and without money, and life is just easier when you have it. And we have such an incredible opportunity to put in front of people. So that's the conversation I have with people, is about diversification, because that's why I looked at GSP. I looked at GS Partners because I was looking for somewhere where I could diversify some of my money. And the other thing that I just want to say really quickly is that, this is never a race. Our team has moved very, very quickly. We've got people hitting ranks. So it's not a race, you guys, but the more and more and more that I listen to corporate, we will never have this timing again, ever in our lifetime. We have such an incredible opportunity right now to put something in front of people. And this timing that we have, we will never, ever, ever have again. But always remember to keep, I love the slide that talks about how GS Partners, that compliance is the heart of GS Partners. And that is the most important thing too, is to make sure that when you are communicating with people about what GSP has to offer to people, that you keep compliance at the heart. There's no need to exaggerate anything here. There's no need to, overtalk anything here. What we have to offer people, I've never seen anything like it. And I'm so, so excited. I'm so, so grateful. And I think that's basically, I've everything that I kind of wanted to share with everybody this morning. So thank you.
Oh, that is absolutely perfect. I love that. The nuggets for me that came out of that was, one, be a person of integrity, right? Integrity in how you communicate, whether that's in the compliance message or the no hype message or the simplification message. Have integrity, because that's going to create super strong relationships. And as you say, relationships are key to building this business. So thank you so much. Incredible insight. Absolutely love the way that you don't hype, that you keep it simple. And I love how you guys are building your team. So congrats again on Ambassador. Amazing, amazing achievement. Right, we're going to head across to our next ambassador of the evening. This is someone who has recently come into our company as well, is building incredible, incredible team. This is Kimberly Stefanski. She is our latest global ambassador, which is an incredible rank to hit. That means she has moved over $3 million worth of volume sales within her community and team. Kimberly, we would love to hear from you. You know, what's working? What are some of the things that people can do tomorrow to help them start ranking up and moving their business forward?
Hi, Bruce. Good morning, and hi. Thank you so much for having me this morning. And I'm going to reiterate a lot of the things that Carla said, because obviously we work together, and she's not only my business partner, my friend, and just a wonderful human, but we did, you know, I've been with GSP. I did my certificates in October. Never ever looked at, I looked at it as diversification as well. I was overwhelmed, but I do know that since we've been here December 22nd and decided to share, my mind has been blown. And I know that you guys in this community have done so much work prior to in the last 3 years and have done such an amazing job. The back office is incredible. It sells itself. All of everything that the vision, everything that was said again. But one thing that I think I want to share with people is the journey isn't always easy. And yes, even if we came in October, started in December, started a year ago, 2 years ago, it really doesn't matter. There's no comparison in what each and every person is doing. Each of us hits adversity in life. And I think, you know, over the last year, that's what our group of people have seen, is that through the pandemic, through the world, everyone's looking for, and it may not be financial, it may be community. Having conversations with them to find out where they're at, what they need is super important. And we do have something very special here as far as the whole, a home and a community. I feel that people will want to be here forever. And it is, you know, like one of the ambassadors was saying, that there is shiny ball syndrome, and there is that in this, because people in this world expect things to happen right now. But if you time in, you have mindset is everything. And so if you decide, you have belief in yourself and what you're doing and where you're going, you have faith. And I believe, you know, everything that's happened in this last year and a half for our group of people and for myself has been a very divine. We've been led, and I hold faith, and I'm thankful to God for being here. My story, you know, with just my own personal adversity, what we've overcome to are now, what's happened in 18 months. I mean, it's been an absolute miracle. And so I went from absolutely having nothing a year and a half ago, a year ago, to changing my entire future and in my entire life, because I had faith. I made a decision. I believed in myself. I believed in what God wanted for me. And I made the decision to put my motion and my action behind all of that. So I cut out the noise of the world, cut out the noise of the negativity, and just focused on what was important. And that was making sure that not only my family had a future, that we would have less stress and less obstacles to face, but also that every family that I met would have the opportunity to have the same thing. I want to, you know, that was a goal for us, is just to make sure that we could help families through this time. And in creating, you know, like Carla said, money is not everything. But when you have nothing, it sure means, and you struggle more without it. And so the thing is we want to give families the chance to have an opportunity to not have to struggle, to see that there is a better way, that we can do this from home and we can do this together. And so if anything, I just want to relay, just help people, talk to them, see where they're at, give them an opportunity, keep it simple. Like Carla said, we focused on the certificates primarily. We know it's the key that opens the door to the entire ecosystem, which is so exciting. So keep it simple so that they can understand it, grasp it, learn it, and then dive into everything that this amazing company has to offer. We're very proud to be here. So we just want to thank you guys for, you know, allowing us this opportunity and having all the incredible tools that you have. This is definitely, we tell everyone on all of our calls and all of our conversations, everything done with GSP is done with excellence. And you can feel it from the moment, the calls, the back office, everything here. So we're very grateful.
Absolutely love that, Kimberly. Thank you so much for sharing. To hear where you were a year and a half, a year ago, and where you are now is hugely inspiring. It's to meet people where they're at. I love what you said there. Ask people, it's not necessarily that money is going to solve the problem. Maybe it's the time issue, or, the restructuring at a job or employment, or the company has changed since COVID and they're just looking for other options. So love that you said, get good at conversations, get good at asking questions, meet people where they're at, and keep it super simple. Hugely valuable. Thank you so much for sharing that. We've got 2 more speakers this evening before we then change gears and head across to a changing that could put you on a 30, 60, 90-day trajectory to a 6-figure income. But before we head across to that training, we're going to go to another gentleman who recently hit Crown Ambassador, very new to the community, part of this power team that you've already heard from tonight. His name is Mr. James Corbett. He's our newest Crown Ambassador. James, we'd love to hear from you in your 3 minutes. What are some of the nuggets that you'd like to share with this community?
Wow, thank you so much. I'm so proud of the girls from Canada. They're fantastic, Caller and Kim. Thank you so much. First of all, you guys took a lot off the table here that I'm really, as far as nuggets for the group, some great advice coming out this morning. I believe if I had to throw some nuggets out there, as far as building big teams, as far as being successful, is a couple of things. One, find your lane. Everybody's got to find their lane. Some people are just really brilliant at like we have from Bruce and Michael Delco and John Johnson and Nitsa and Dr. Jerry. The list goes on and on and on. But they found their niche. Your niche may be a liaison between new people and introducing them to the corporate presentations. That's your niche. Maybe you're good at trading, and that might be something that you want to head into, but just find your niche. And then most of all, I think what really drove my success over the last 2 years on this platform was belief, right? I don't believe that you're selling anything if you believe in something. I feel like when you start selling stuff, you're grasping at in desperation. But if you could sit back and you believe in something, and you could go down and then identify the people that believe with you within your organization, regardless if they're in your organization or not. I mean, when it all comes down to it, the leaders I just mentioned, the John Johnsons, the Nipses, the Priskas, the Bruces, the Michaels, oh my God, so many great people. Brian Cromley, I follow all these people, and I really think that the key to everybody's success is they never look at their downline as being their only focus. They're focusing on the big picture, knowing that every one of the groups that are involved around the world are all brothers and sisters. And one way or the other, we're helping each other within our organizations. So consistency, belief, and the drive to go down deep into the organizations and identify the other people that believe. And I don't pre-qualify anybody either. I mean, it's amazing how many people out there I've been introduced to that know big players in the industry, and this was their one opportunity to prove to leaders in other organizations that I too can be a leader and go out there and pave the way. Would you like to join me? And then if you could be the glue between those relationships and spread the belief in this community that we have, it's very easy to do. I mean, there's not one time do I sit back and ever question anything that goes on in this platform. And I can't tell you that's never happened. I mean, that literally has never happened to me before, where you don't have any eyebrow raising moments. You're kind of you're in your lane, you're able to believe in what you're talking about, and you have so many people in this organization that you can fall back on. So I just want to thank everybody so much for all of the tools that you provide for people like me that just literally came out of the supermarket business and got thrown into a computer a few years ago because I had to retire, and I picked up a computer, and I wanted to naturally provide for my family, but I wanted to live my dream and be able to provide for my family. And right now I am literally on the beach in Dominican Republic with my beautiful wife, some of my best friends, and we're planning the next 3 or 4 trips that we'll be taking this year on the beaches throughout the world. Next one's Seychelles, guys. I can't wait to meet all you guys. God bless everybody. Thank you so much.
James, thank you so much for that. I love that first piece of advice that you gave of find your niche, find your position, find your role within the community where you can serve, facilitate, step into the talent or gift that you have. Absolutely love that. And then the second piece of advice is don't pre-qualify people. You never know who's looking, why they're looking, what their mindset is, what the circumstances are that they're facing. And so by prejudging or pre-qualifying, you're excluding people. I love the fact that you never do that. So James, good luck to you and your team again. Congratulations on Crown Ambassador. We'll see you in the Seychelles and enjoy the Dominican Republic. Right, we're going to be heading across to Miss Nitsa Nakos in a moment to go in some really pivotal training on how to take your business to 6 figures. But before we do that, we're going to head to one more speaker, a gentleman who has consistently hit ambassador for the last 5 months, who builds into his team, who builds into his marketplace, and has a massive heart for community. So to Mr. Kevin 2X Thompson, what are some of the nuggets that you can share briefly in your 3 minutes that can help the new person, the person who's been here for 6 months, the person who's been part of the community for 2 years, move from this level to the next? Kevin, over to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much, Mr. Hughes, for the absolute honor to be able to come before this distinguished group of people. I want to first and foremost give it to my personal mentor and sponsor, Mr. Michael Dalco. Thank you so much, King, for seeing something in me that I might not have seen in myself, and to Wealth Builders Worldwide by the leadership of Mr. Tyrone Best. And then an absolute salute to Mr. Joseph Height for being the gentleman that he is and the individual that gave us this amazing opportunity. You know, just a few nuggets that I'd like to drop on this community. I mean, so much has absolutely been said previously, and you know, so many things to unpack, but I think that if I really had to wrap my mind around just a few things that I wanted to put on maybe the newest individual that just came involved and got involved in this community, whether it was, you know, an hour ago, yesterday, or last week, or even if you've been here for the whole entire time like myself, always keep in mind that you want to be flexible in this industry. Because if you're not flexible, you're going to constantly be bent out of shape. You want to always have yourself in a position to adjust and to make adjustments as they come along. Another major thing that I really want individuals to think about is your responsibility as a sponsor. That's the root word. When you sponsoring individuals into this amazing community, you have to be responsible for their growth. Constantly remember that those individuals came in based upon your sphere of influence. There was someone just a little while ago that made mention about being the type of individual that people want to work with. You set the trend, you know, and if you look back and look into the mirror of yourself and your business and you say to yourself, would I want to work with me? Would I be the person that I would love to sponsor? You ask yourself that question. And if today that answer has a little bit of fuzz to it, it's okay. Take every single day and be focused on making that an absolute yes. Take every single day. I also want to talk about just you know, the responsibility as individuals of this brand. We're creating a worldwide brand right now, and it's in the making. It's history in the making. And some of us may not know what that feels like. We may or may not have been a part of things before that were from its inception. But take into your mind what that visual looks like and make the necessary adjustments to yourself. We've always said that this type of program is a self-development course with a compensation plan attached to it. On the way of this journey, while you're riding through, you're going to be heavily compensated. Those of us that are at this prestigious and esteemed rank of ambassador, that have hit the rank of over $1 million in 30 days, the next best thing is for the individual who's just striving for director. because still you are an ambassador and a representative of this brand. Always keep that in mind, because there are so many people out there who have been damaged. They've been hurt. They've been taken advantage of. And it's up to us to be the clean glass next to the dirty glass. So please take the responsibility of being the individual that represents the brand to the best. And if you are too new to give that type of information, coin these words as I leave you. I don't want to mess it up for you or me. I want to introduce you to the individual who can answer those questions efficiently. Back to you, Mr. Hughes.
Kevin, that is such a powerful parting piece of information. I hope everybody wrote that down. That is a script that can empower the brand new person to succeed. Hey, I don't want to mess this up for you or for me. I want to connect you to someone who can answer those questions and give you the right information. Super powerful. The other nugget, Kevin, that I love, and you gave us 4 solid ones there, was be flexible. I mean, if we're responsible as brand ambassadors in a technology that is evolving so rapidly, of course, one of the biggest factors within our success needs to be the ability to be flexible. Thank you so much to every one of the new ambassadors, global ambassadors, crown ambassadors who've poured into the community. We value you, we recognize you, and we celebrate you. Now we're going to get into some training to help the brand new people on day 1, day 10, day 20, start to set themselves a platform to move towards a 6-figure income. And there's no better person to train you on simplicity and system than the lady who does this at some of the quickest speeds I've seen in the industry, with over 3 decades of experience. Ms. Nitsa Nakos, we value you. We're so pleased that you are hosting this session. And it is time now for every person to pull out their notes and notebooks again, screenshot the stuff that's relevant, and pay attention, because this is life-changing information right here. So Ms. Nitsa Nakos, over to you.
Mr. Bruce Hughes, I really appreciate that introduction. I am so inspired, everyone, just sitting here. Really, I've got my notes that I've been taking through these entire calls. I want to first and foremost congratulate this panel of new ambassadors. Also, Mr. Kevin 2X, 5 straight months consistency. The mark of the champion is consistency. You've been at that level and absolutely demonstrated why. But for each and every one of our ambassadors that have spoken today, I hope everybody has seen or felt or sensed or listened, right, to what are the common factors. Every single one, they spoke into us, I believe, we heard that this is a process, that what we're doing here is a process. Life is a process. This journey is a process. This business is a process. The unfolding of our greatness is a process. And there is no shortcut. Ms. Kimberly Stefanski, 30 days to global ambassador, everyone. Can that be done? Yes, it's been done now. It's been done already. But as Kimberly mentioned, the last 1.5 years, we might see her now in this business, at the top as a global ambassador, waving the big flag in great success. But to see what this beautiful woman over the last 18 months has had to endure in her life, what she has had to overcome in her life. I can go on and on and on about that piece, everybody, because that's what's truly in my heart the most passionate. And I work on this every single day. There is not a day that I don't wake up and I don't first self-reflect. Always, always, always. And you know what the beautiful thing about this business is, and I've heard it said many, many times, and some people, one of the funniest way I've heard it said is, guess what? The best thing about network marketing is the people. And the worst thing about network marketing is the people. Well, the worst thing about network marketing, if you want to call it the worst, is that it'll bring up stuff. We will always be challenged. We will always feel like we've either hit a wall or that we are challenged with something that we will need to overcome. Every time something comes up, it is there in order for us to overcome. And congratulations to each and every one of you that have spoken here before me for overcoming and being where you are and being the beacon of lights for this entire community. I want to speak to all of you now on another topic that's very, very important to me, and that is duplication. I am a 30-year professional in the network marketing arena. Over those past 30 years, I've developed teams in the hundreds of thousands. I've been a multiple six, seven-figure earner consistently over the last 30 years, everyone. And I'm not saying this to impress you of me. For me, it's very important to always demonstrate humility. Always demonstrate humility. I'm actually probably one of the last that ever gets up and talks about, you know, my stories and me, although it is important that we share our stories with other people, because that's what people need. They need stories versus facts. Stories sell. The facts are important. We need to tell what it is, but the stories is what creates the emotion and what creates the person to take action, whether it's action in saying, yes, I'm ready to get started, whether it's action to say, yes, I'm ready to make a run for it, whether it's an action to say, you know, yes, I'm going to show up at that event. Emotions create the actions, and the emotional part of this business is all based around the story. So let me go back a little bit. I'm going to share some slides, Bruce, if that's okay. And I know I'm on a timer, so I'm being very mindful of that. We have a path in front of us where the train has already left the station. Yeah, we're traveling right now, everyone, 100, 1,000 miles an hour. And when a train is traveling that fast, you cannot stop it. If we try to stop it, what happens? We either get run over or we're going the same way where the train is going, right? If the train is going east, we're going east. That's GS Partners right now. And, you know, to get to our, you know, place of being a top project in the world, it's all about community. It's increasing the number of people that are utilizing this blockchain, utilizing this metaverse, taking part and participating in everything that we're doing. And with our current improvements that we've made to the compensation plan, everyone, we're looking this month, or this year, I should say, to literally not just 10x our volume and 10x, you know, our company, but we're looking to 10x the number of people we have in our community. We will surpass over 1 million people in this community, everyone. One of the ways we're going to do it is to really focus on what I'm about to share with you. I didn't make this up. I can promise you. I've just been around for 30 years. I've had the absolute privilege of learning from some of the best mentors in the world. I've had the privilege of being involved in 2 multi-billion-dollar runs. That means a company going from 0 to $1 billion. And I'm a sponge. I'm a student. I take it all in, and I watch and I listen and I watch and I stay and I listen and I analyze and I copy and I duplicate and I do the absolute best to mentor after some incredible people that have done and paved the way for where we are right now. So how are we going to go from where we are right now, 100,000, 200,000 people in our community, to 1 million people in this community by the end of the year, everyone? Very, very simple. We have a program set in place. It's called the Fast Start program. And if all of us focused, if we did what every single one of these ambassadors before us said, that we build community, we nurture the relationships, we stay flexible, we take responsibility on each person that we bring into this business, yeah, to help them get started right. That is the key to building large businesses. It's all about duplicating several important stages of the business. And I'm going to show you right now exactly what I mean. And I'm calling this the Millionaire Making Machine. Our Fast Start program literally is set in place to be able to take one to the next level, which is the Blockstar pool, to the next level, which is the MMA, to the next level, which is the Infinity pool, and all the way up the Infinity pool to Crown Ambassador. This is like a puzzle that has been put together. And all we have to do is just follow it. So we can focus on the Fast Start program and literally get to the top of this company in the next 12 months or less. As we learn to duplicate these 30-day success stories, everyone wins. Because one of the things that I'm so overjoyed about is the success we're having in this community. We have had so far over 1,000 people. And this is since we introduced the metaverse. This is since May, June, July of last year, everybody. Over 1,000 plus people that are earning full-time incomes in GS Partners as directors. We have hundreds of people, and I'm so excited to meet all of you and many of you in Seychelles as all the six-figure earners coming together, in Seychelles to plan for the next stage of growth in our company. We have hundreds, everyone, over a handful of months, hundreds of people that have gone from nothing to a $10, $12, $15, $20,000 a month and higher. And we have now well over half a dozen, close to 10 people in the company. And I'm just talking about the compensation plan. I'm not speaking about the assets that we're accumulating. This is all based on building a community, growing the community, and being compensated for our efforts. I look at that and I'm overjoyed, but I also look at that and I say, we have got a lot of work to do, everyone, a lot of work to do. And I'm so thrilled that we've introduced these programs. Thank you so very much, Bruce, for taking that on, really helping and being instrumental in bringing on these free certificate promotions. Because everyone, when, at any stage that we are, whether we're brand new, looking to, find new people, whether we just advanced to a new rank and we want to get to the next level, whether we're going after a promotion, whether we want to get to a certain event and we're trying to raise some extra money, what sells in the market, what creates value in the market is stories. Now, I'm a communicator. I love to communicate. I'm a trainer. I love to teach and train. I love to be articulate in what I do. However, I've learned over time that to build a big, thriving team, we got to keep it simple, and we got to have lots and lots and lots and lots of stories that are hitting the market. So when we focus on new people, brand new people that are getting started, and help them to create a story in their first 30 days, here's what I want you to know. First and foremost, they are going to stick around longer. Why? Because team members who prove the system in their first 30 days, meaning maybe they bought certificates, they've seen that they work, meaning they've been paid, they've referred people, referred some certificates, they've been paid. Maybe they've hit a Blockstar rank or an Infinity rank. They've seen that everything they've read or been told or that they visualized has now come true. And every time we have a little bit more proof, a little bit more proof, a little bit more proof, it creates momentum. And that momentum can spearhead one all the way to the top. When we're in momentum, we don't want to let go. We want to push harder. We want to push on that gas pedal even more, because that's how we can absolutely go, from 5x, 10x, 20x, 100x in a small period of time. So we want to focus on brand new people. We want to help them create a success story in their first 30 days. And then we want to duplicate that process, because processes duplicate, systems duplicate, people do not. There is only one Bruce Hughes in the world. There's only one Nitsanakos in the world. There's only one Mr. Joseph Haidt in the world. And we're equally as important. We are equally as valuable, because each and every one of us have our gifts to bring to this world. So we need to stop comparing ourselves to anybody and simply look at other people, leverage their stories, leverage their stories, share as many stories as possible. We were flooded with stories here today on this call. This makes it so easy for us after this call to get out there and share. So we duplicate systems. And what I've learned over 30 years and experienced in my own team building and duplicated throughout my team is that if we can duplicate 3 areas of our business, we're going to grow a big team fast. The first area we want to duplicate is in the recruiting. How are we bringing on new members? And this is not a training to talk about, the duplication and the method of recruiting. Your team, your leaders have got, their processes in place. You'd want to plug in and know what is your team using, what is the system that you are using to bring on new members. We're going to be introducing also as a council team a very simple, duplicatable process here in the coming weeks as we work together with corporate to get this happening. But, recruiting new members, what are we doing using third party all the time to bring on new people? Third party video, a third party story, a third party, person that can come in and validate. Recruiting new members is all about utilizing third party material and not being the message ourselves. The second area is in getting started. And that's the focus of this short training, is duplicating a getting started process. Because once we learn to get people, in, and then we learn to duplicate how we get them started off to a fast start, a good start, where they can create an exceptional, 30-day story to put out there in the market, then the next level, which is leadership advancement, that is just a gradual step. It's just the next gradual step. And we have a whole compensation plan that is all built in. It is a leadership advancement, system, if you will, 9 ranks. And, top rank, top prize is Crown Ambassador. Until we get to Crown, and even when we get to Crown Ambassador, we do not stop. I hit Crown Ambassador for the first time in October. I did it with 5 minutes to spare on the 31st of the month. And then in November, I did it with, 5 days to spare. And in December, I did it with 10 days to spare. And in January, I did it on the 17th, 18th of the month. This month, I did it on the 16th. I missed MMA by 10 hours. Now, somebody earlier said, be flexible. Could I have gotten down on myself and said, why didn't I try a little harder? I could have hit, my Crown Ambassador. That would have been like $40,000 more bonus if I just would have done it 10 hours before. Yeah, I would have loved to have done it. I tried my absolute hardest, but I was short a little bit. So what do? We don't get down. We get right back up. We bounce back up right away, and we keep going. We keep going. So, recruiting new members, getting started, leadership advancement. I want to take the next 5 minutes and focus just on the getting started piece, everybody. Because as we learn to duplicate the getting started training, I want you to know that you are going to see yourself advancing through this compensation plan quickly. You're going to be able to take your team members through the compensation plan quickly. When people say to you, well, what do I have to do to get to executive? You're not going to have to think and try. And what do I need to do? Technically, how much do I need? You're focused right back in on the basics. And the basics are focusing on new people. New blood is the lifeblood of our business. Those new people in their first 30 days and helping them to create a success story, they become the glue. They stick, they're here, they are the next ambassador of this company, everyone. And what better a journey than to celebrate and seeing people go to the top, yeah? So fast start bonus, I think we've all know this, right? It's got 2 areas to it. One area is based on buying certificates. So this is only first 30 days. That somebody who's getting started, their first 30 days only can they receive a free certificate from their own purchases. Only. So that means whether it's a customer, whether it's somebody who wants to team build with you, Everyone needs to know about the 3 buy 3 get 1. Everyone. These are member-only promotions, and people ask me all the time, you know, Nitsa, this person is only looking to be a customer. He's not wanting to build a business. He's not interested in referring. What do I do? Should I, give him should I tell him to get a membership? My answer is absolutely yes. It doesn't matter if they just want to be a customer or whether they want to, refer and build a business. Everybody needs to be a member of GS Partners. One of the reasons is what we're looking at right here. Can you imagine starting a brand new person and they buy 3 certificates and they do not get a free one? Why? Because you did not mention, the power of that $33 membership, that you must be a member in order to get into member-only promotions. So tip number 1, everybody becomes a member. Why? Because in those first 30 days, they got a buy 3, get 1 opportunity. And we want, everyone to know about that. And we want as many people as possible to take advantage of that. We've already proven the greater community. If you've started previous to January 17th, you've already proven how awesome the buy 3, get 1 free is, right? How many of you took advantage of that promotion while it was on for the greater community? We all did. How many times did we buy 3 to get 1 free? Well, now it is for new people in their first 30 days, and we want to be telling everyone. The next part of the fast start is the referral. So here we refer new members, and in those referrals, each time, one buys a certificate, we get a match. 1 certificate per person. And it's the first, certificate that a person would buy. So if somebody buys 3, we're going to match the first one they buy. So for that reason, if somebody's buying 3, ensure that the biggest one is the first one they buy. I'm throwing out some tips as well, everyone, as we're moving through this information. But, if you just think about a simple getting started, somebody gets started and they position 3 people. Now, why would they want to position 3 people right away? That's the basic of our compensation plan. We want to position 3 people right away. Why? Because now we've opened up our entire 9 levels, right? Now we're in a position to hit the director ranks. Now we're in a position to hit rising block star. So positioning 3 people right away is one of the first things that we want to accomplish with every new person who gets started. And if that new person, if we position 3 people who each bought a certificate, we would each get 1 certificate match from each person. I'll show you the slides in a visual after I just tag this part on. Now, the member certificate match. So we've got the fast start bonus, first 30 days, and then we got the member certificate match, which is forever. It is ongoing. It starts the moment we start and it never ends. There is no time clock to it. It simply says, when you refer 3 certificates, you will receive a free one, provided that you've met 2 requirements. The first is that those 3 certificates must have been purchased by at least 2 different people. And the second part says that one of the people needs to be in their first 30 days. One of those, okay? So if we put ourselves on a path, everyone, of simply enrolling 1 or 2 new people a month into GS Partners and helping them each get a certificate, I want you to know that if you've got a front line, most people buy, right? Because that's what we do. We're getting rewards. We use our rewards to further stack, our certificates. So if we get on a path where we're introducing 1 to 2 new people every month, okay, into our business, what's going to end up happening is you're going to hit this, member certificate match often. If you don't hit it every month, which I'm sure you will hit it at least every 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks on an ongoing basis. So that's another tip, yeah? But let's focus on this for a moment right now and look into a real life example. And I'm taking some slides in your dashboard right now. There's some updated slides. I didn't have a chance to get those downloaded before this presentation, but Bruce has ensured that we have got the best marketing material, everyone. On your dashboard, media repository, go grab the Fast Start training and the Fast Start simulator, because that will just walk people through how simple it is to get started and how one in their first 30 days can literally accumulate thousands of dollars in free assets and thousands of dollars in commissions. Those stories, duplicated, everyone, is a multi-million-dollar making machine. He and she who take that to heart and go out there and duplicate these 30-day Fast Start success stories, let me tell you, hitting the top, staying at the top is just natural how it works, okay? So here we go. Let's take Sam. Sam, lucky Sam. We're going to use an example where, Sam's got some certificates, he's referred some certificates, and we're going to use the example as Hermes certificates just to make it easy, okay? So here's Sam, he got started. He activated his $33 membership. So now his first 30-day timer has begun. And everybody's got a timer. If you log in through your computer, you will see the timer. It's on the left-hand bar of your menu bar. It's right below or right on top of the infinity / Blockstar little widget. I don't know what it's called. I call it a widget, but it's right there on the site. If you're logging in on your phone, you won't see that little widget, okay? So that's where your time clock is. So here comes Sam. Now, what does Sam do? The first thing he does, Sam's a smart guy. He's taking advantage of this incredible customer offer. He's in his first 30 days. What does he do? He buys 3 certificates and he gets 1 free. So now he's got a total of 4 certificates, 1 of which is free. Now, Sam turns around in his first 30 days and he knows that there's some great promotions in place, and he immediately positions 3 people. He positions Anne, Brett, and Chris. So he registers those 3 and he helps those 3 each acquire a certificate. Now, Anne, Brett, and Chris have each got a certificate now. They're starting to receive in 7 days rewards. And what happens typically after 7 days? Sam is a really smart guy because he makes sure that he calls up Anne or he sets up a Zoom and he's bringing Anne, Brett, Chris. He takes a couple of hours of his day to ensure that he's getting back with those people that he started 7 days ago, and he's going through the process. He's showing them how to either withdraw from their account or how to compound in their account. And now Anne, Brett, and Chris, they see it. Wow, this is great. It actually works. So what have they done? They've proven the system. And now they're saying, should I maybe get a few more? Well, Sam, because he referred those 3 certificates to his 3 members, he is going to end up with 3 certificates himself, right? Because all 3 are within their first 30 days. He's met that requirement. He's referred to at least 2. And so there he is now. Every new certificate referred has received 1 free certificate for Sam. So Sam's now sitting on 3 certificates from his referrals, 1 certificate from his own purchase. So he's really got 4 certificates. But remember, I said earlier, Sam did a very smart thing. He didn't waste a minute on day 7. He got with Anne, Brett, and Chris. He helped them withdraw. He helped them compound. He took a couple of valuable hours out of his time to do what? To be able to help his team prove the system. Anne, Brett, and Chris said, you know what? This is awesome. Sam, what did you do? Sam said, well, I bought 3 and I got 1 free. So Ann, Brett, and Chris naturally want to do what Sam did. They each now pick up 2 more certificates, and to do what? To get that 4th one for free. Now that Ann, Brett, and Chris have got 4 certificates, Sam is in a very, very exciting place, because Sam, as the sponsor, okay, the sponsor of Ann, Brett, and Chris, they each received a free one. But according to our Fast Start, the sponsor gets a match. So whatever your customer got as a free one, you're going to get the match. So if we sign up new people every single month and we introduce them to the buy 3, get 1 free, they're going to get a free one. We're going to get a free one. Okay. Just on that one area, which is a sponsor match. So in this case, is Sam happy? Well, I think he's pretty happy, because he's ended up now with 3 additional certificates. But it's not over yet, because we've got a 30-day Fast Start timer, and then we have an ongoing member certificate match that is actually going to overlap here. Both of these promotions are going to help Sam in this next step. Watch right here. The member certificate match says, when you refer 3, you get a free one, provided that 2 are different buyers and 1 is at least in their first 30 days. So how many has Sam referred? 3. Were at least 2 of them new buyers? Well, all 3 were new buyers. And was at least 1 of them in their first 30 days? All 3 were in their first 30 days. So what does that mean for Sam? Sam has now ended up with 9 free certificates. And what has he done? He's gotten started. He bought his $33 membership. Okay, he got 3 certificates. That gave him a free one. But then he went to work and he simply sponsored 3 people. And he told them about this great customer offer, buy 3, get 1 free. You only have that offer in your first 30 days. And each and every one took advantage of that offer, because Sam exercised some very good follow-up skills and support skills. And here he is now sitting on 9 free certificates, and the free one he got from his purchase, 10. So if we were to look at a potential commission that Sam would have received for simply signing up 3 people who each bought 3 Hermes certificates, everyone, here's Sam. He's actually got 10. But if we take a look at the commission structure of what that could potentially look like, free certificates, 1 from his own purchases, 9 from his referrals, that's 10. At Hermes, what is that? $10,000 of free assets in 30 days. Now, we know it won't be exactly like that. There'll probably be an Aphrodite in there somewhere, maybe an Apollo in there somewhere. You know, the chances of it being 10 Hermes are slim, you know. So throw in an Aphrodite every now and again, or an Apollo now and again. We're talking about thousands of dollars in free assets in first 30 days. Direct commissions just for registering 3 people who each bought 3, $1,350. We're not even adding the commissions on these getting loaded. These are just the commissions on the certificates alone. Now he blew past Rising Blockstar. He's actually really super close to Blockstar, but we're going to be conservative here and say that he hit Rising Blockstar, that he hit Director MMA. That's anywhere from an extra $500 to $800. And then he hit Director at the end of the month in the Infinity Pool, an extra $1,000 to $1,500, everybody. Sam has conservatively generated $3,000 plus in his very first month. Thousands of dollars in free assets, thousands of dollars in commissions. Do you think Sam is an excited guy? Do you think it's accurate to say lucky Sam? Well, I got to tell you, you got to be good to be lucky. And the fact that Sam takes advantage of the promotions, the fact that Sam is great at his follow-up to support his team in their first 30 days, helping his team to prove the system, prove the system, prove the system. He now has a powerful 30-day story. His team now has a story that they could help take to market. Let me show you what is possible in your first 30 days. If I can show you how to generate thousands of dollars in free assets, thousands of dollars in commissions in the next 30 days, would you be open to taking a look? Would you be open to seeing how it works? Duplicate these 30-day success stories, everyone, and look at what can happen. Here, this is a hypothetical example. It's just based on somebody getting started and registering 3 people in their first month. 3 people who each buy 3 certificates. 3 people who each took advantage of the customer offer. In month 1, that person at 9,000 volume, believe me, the team would not leave them at 9,000. They would do and rally and they would get them over 10,000, and it will probably be over 10,000 because everything doesn't come exactly, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. It could, but the chances are that there will be an Aphrodite in there somewhere. Second month, 27,000. Again, this is based on Hermes only. If we just add a 1 Aphrodite in this whole mix, and month 2, they've gone regional director. Month 3, national director. Month 4, knocking on the door way past the rank of executive. By the 3rd month in this example right here, one is earning $10,000 a month in GS Partners. With this example right here, by their 3rd month, 90 days to a 6-figure income, everyone. And we're not talking about bringing in big sales. We're talking about a simple Hermes certificate duplicated, or, the occasional Artemis and the occasional Aphrodite duplicated. These examples are very, very conservative because we know 1 out of every 10, 1 out of every 5 is going to get a higher level certificate. It's just typically how it works. In this example, by the 7th month, one has built up a team of several thousands of people, has reached the rank of Crown Ambassador with volumes of over 6-7 million. And what does that represent? That represents $6 to $7 million of savings, $6 and $7 million a month in team assets, not in the assets for the person hitting Crown, the assets of their team. Wow. Now we take 4.15% a week on that 6 million. And everyone, you've built a team that is generating $250,000 a week in pure, ongoing, passive rewards, thanks to this system. Our passion and what we do, everybody, is to help people create wealth in their life. It all starts with our mindset. It starts with us being courageous and opening up and sharing our hearts and leading with our hearts and loving on the people that we have, loving on those that come into our lives, always looking and seeing people, at their highest and best. And I can absolutely tell you this, sticking to a simple system, 3 simple steps to get started, 3 simple steps to duplicate, and we will build an absolute empire of millionaires in this company. Bruce Hughes, thank you so very much for the opportunity. I apologize for going over time, but I was totally in my flow, and I thank you for giving me the chance to share with the team. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless, Godspeed, and let's go to the top all together.
Nita, I absolutely love the practical nuts and bolts approach you take in breaking down the numbers, so that any person who wants to build a strategy has the facts and figures to build that strategy with. This session has been absolutely invaluable. Thank you so much for breaking that down. We have 9 minutes left of this call. Now, for those of you who are new to our community, I want to share with you that every single week we host a community call. At the start and end of each month, we have a corporate call where the corporate team comes on and shares corporate updates. In the middle of the month, we have a marketing call where the best marketers in our community come on like this call tonight and give you practical, actionable intel to go and take into your business. And then in the weeks between, we have our trading sessions with our Skyground team. I want to say to all of you, well done for being on this call to get practical information, to get the facts and figures to build your business. Before we end off the call, I want to give you two quick pieces of information that is important for our community to have. And then I want to make sure that we end this call and go and do something in the next 24 hours to put in that platform that Nitsa has just shared with us. But before we do that, in the last 8 minutes together, just two quick announcements I want to take you through. Firstly, I'd like to share my screen with you and let you know of an upcoming community event that is taking place in Atlanta. The Wealth Builders Worldwide team, under the mentorship of Mr. Michael and Mrs. Manisha Delco, have put together an incredible event that's taking place in Atlanta. It's possible for you to go and book tickets and plug into this community event. We will be flying in members of the corporate team to serve that community at that event to help you capture market share. So if you're based in the United States, if you're just a flight away, or you've got friends, family, people you're talking to who are just a flight away from being able to attend this event, let them know about it. Go and register on the site and get your tickets for this powerful community event that's taking place. The next little piece of information that I want to share with you, which is probably going to excite some of our older members, is in regards to our annual incentive. Our annual incentive is coming up. Essentially, what that means is that the company, it's come down to the annual incentive section here. The company has set aside a couple $1 million worth of value to give away to the top 2,000 performing GS partners in our community. That's correct. You're reading this right. From first place all the way down to 2,000th place, people in our community are going to be given prizes based on products that they've moved, number of people that they've registered, and sales within team, and different activity within our ecosystem. What the chairman, Mr. Joseph Haidt, has kindly done is he has extended it to the 10th of March. That's right. You get an extra 10 days to accumulate more and more legacy points. And not only have you been given an extra 10 days to try and get into that top 2,000, you've also been given a calculator that'll give your current position as well as the number of legacy points you need to climb up one more position. So it's an opportunity to really see where you are in the legacy points race and allow you to increase it. And the last bit of value that we're adding into this competition launches at midnight CET tonight. Essentially, every single meta certificate that you're looking at, the Olympus series certificates, are going to be injected with a 3 times multiplier of legacy points. In other words, from now until the end of this legacy period, or rather from midnight CET tonight until the end of the legacy period on the 10th of March, you have an opportunity to 3 times your legacy points, 3 times multiply your legacy points on the Olympus series certificates in your back office. That's hugely, hugely exciting for those of you who are looking to maybe move up into some key positions within the annual incentive legacy points scoreboard. Now, having said that, in the last 3 minutes, I want to give you one action point to go and take into your community within the next 24 hours. If you go into your back office in your GS Partners platform, I want to show you the resources that we've placed there inside of the marketing section. So you go down to your marketing tab, you click on media repository, and inside of the media repository section, under GS Partners, you will see that we have included 3 PDFs to help make your business simple. In other words, tonight, you saw Nitsa Nakos teach you through a 30-day simulator, unpack the rewards plan inside of that simulator, and you've heard every single ambassador who's come through our ranks talk about presenting the information in a compliant, simple manner. We have now given you the tools to go and achieve that. So I'm asking you, in the next 24 hours, sit with your teams, sit with your mentors, sit with your upline, and say, how do we maximize, simplify, and reach these 30-day foundation milestones that NITSA has put in place? For those of you listening to this in a Greek, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, French language, the translations are going live. We're busy translating those documents, and you will have the same three resources to take into your community very, very soon. So take your 30 days seriously. Go help 3 people in the simplest way possible achieve a 6-figure year by duplicating simple steps. I want to thank you for your time. I want to congratulate every single ambassador, Crown and Global. I want to thank all our speakers. I want to thank Ms. Nitsa Nakos for breaking down the strategy. And I want to thank our technical team, Ms. Friska King, Roger, and all our translators for making these calls possible. We'll see you all on our next corporate call very soon. Have a fantastic 24 hours and have a strong finish to February. Well done, everybody, and take care.